doing?
Everything good?
Yeah. How are you?
And a pleasant good evening. We are live here at McLean Stadium. If you're around California, it's Fresno, California. Tonight it's the 69th annual City County All-Star Football Game. I'm Nick Papagni, the Pag Meter, along with the head coach of the Bullard Knights, Donnie Arax. And Donnie, you've coached this game twice. You and I both have played this game twice. Let's start about coaching this. How is it coaching we don't know if they're the best of the best, but the top all-stars in the area?
It's always good to connect with these kids who you've coached against. The toughest thing is they've already graduated, and they're not always into so much the football part. They're into the relationship part, which is good. So you really have to stress that with these kids, them hanging out with their teammates. And I had a really good experience the 2 times I coached in it, and had a great experience playing in it. Guys that I played with in the game, I became lifelong friends with them. So a lot of great memories of the city-county game.
So no doubt about it. I'm the same way. I played it about 100 years ago when I got to playing it, and you come in competitors, you find out they're great guys. You become friends with them forever still. I still see them and we still talk. So they're going to get a lot out of this. Now, I blame this city county. I call it the Central Valley All-Star Game now because when Matt Johnson coached from Edison, there was only about 12 to 14 teams from the city and 28 from the county. He's just picked off 6 of the best: Bullard, Clovis North, Clovis West, Buchanan, and where the county had 2 probably of each team. That's a big difference when you have the big studs playing.
Right. So the game is what's great about it is the game has still survived 69 years. It has struggled a little bit in that It used to be kind of a pure city-county type of format. That's changed a little bit. But what's great is that it still survives.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're wondering what we're talking about, on the city side, you have, for example, Bullard, you got Memorial. You even have Madera. Madera's not in the city, but they're on the city side. Madera South is on the city. You have Clovis West. There's not one kid from Clovis North playing in this game, which is crazy to me.
There actually is.
Oh, you got a new change for me?
Well, he played for me at Bullard before he transferred. Deshaun Watts.
Oh, okay.
Who's a great lineman. I don't know if I see him on the roster, but
well, did he go in as a Bullard player?
Deshaun Watts played at Bullard and then transferred to Clovis.
Clovis West. So he's going in as a Clovis West player.
Right.
So for the county, you have Central. I'm talking about the track teams. Central, Buchanan is really not a city team. Let's see who else. You got Clovis High School and Clovis East. They're all in the county. So they mixed up. They split the track. Now my whole thing was the county kids are used to never coming off the field. You penalize them when you only let them play one way. Right. I never liked that.
Right. So you have certain rules for this game. They used to have, I don't know what the format is now. I know when I coached it, blitzing was out. You couldn't blitz. Because you really don't have time to get protection set up and all that. I don't know if they allow that now. Last year's game was a tie. Generally, the offenses are a little bit sloppy. But hopefully the action is great. And, the kids are running around and hitting each other and having fun. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I think you just looking at both offenses, you got some gunslingers on both sides. I'm starting quarterbacks, so I'm an old quarterback. Ryan Markarian and Yajay Vance from Edison. So
right there, you got two really solid guys.
Yeah, two solid.
Vance, elusive, really good arm. Markarian, outstanding. Not much of a runner, but good arm, smart, delivers the ball on time. I think those are two really good quarterbacks.
Yeah, right now they're introducing the county team. The county will be in blue jerseys, white. They got the white pants and the city's going all red with their individual helmets on. For the county quarterbacks, you've got the Carruthers Blue Raiders quarterback, Colin Hirschhorn, the lefty, 6'2", 220 pounds. And then you have I think he's a gunslinger, Dayton Tafoya from the Central Grizzlies that Kyle Biggs has loved for the last 2 years.
Right. So I know a little bit about the Central kid. Kind of a sidearm delivery, elusive. I don't know as much about Hirschhorn. I know that's a great athletic family. I know that.
So Donnie, we're talking with Donnie Arax. Don't you think though in a game like this you kind of turn it into a 7-on-7 because you don't have time to put in some blocking schemes when you've only had probably 5 practices?
Well, this is why I was not a very good coach of the team. I try to put in these complex things. No, I'm sure you'll see an inside zone play, an outside zone play, and a lot of passing. I don't think you'll see a lot of gap schemes. I don't think you'll see counter and power. Maybe you will. I don't think you probably won't see a tight end, right?
That's a great question.
And a fullback, so I don't think you'll see 21 personnel. You'll probably see a pure spread on both sides.
Yeah, I do know some of the coaches have told me that you can rush the punter this year. You can rush the kicker, which is going to be – we might have a lot of block punts and block kicks this year. So the special teams could be a factor.
It's tough to in a couple weeks of practice. It's kind of tough to get your special teams ready.
Yeah, the long snapper. You could see some ugly snaps. I'm not saying whoever. I don't even know who it's going to be, but you're right. They haven't played football since November.
Right.
So the coaches, Brandon Ward from the Carruthers Blue Raiders, he's got his staff out, and Mike Stantz from the Edison Tigers. Now, it's his only second year, and he gets to coach the city-county game.
Yeah, in the old days, the coaches were chosen based on, championship seasons or whatever. Now with all of us doing so much in the summer, it's harder to find guys that want to do it. I'm sure those coaches will do an outstanding job, though.
We'll have plenty of football talk tonight. We're going to get you ready for the fall. Within a month, we're going to have our first practice. We'll talk about that during this broadcast. So I would say go get the popcorn, wake the neighbors, phone the kids. We're going to have a good broadcast tonight. Donnie Arax, the head coach of the Buller Knights. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to have maybe we'll leave it here. No, we don't have. Okay. Yeah, we're going to take a 30-second break, come back with the 69th annual City-County All-Star Game. It's the PAG Meter, Donnie Arax on NorCal Sports TV. We'll be right back.
The way up from Los Angeles.
From
we
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on app.
Welcome back to McLean Stadium. Look at Andrew Pancotti, the McLean Highlanders head coach, comes through for the PAG Meter with Pepsi's. Look at there he is, along with Donnie Arax, the head coach. And by the way, this McLean Stadium, it doesn't look like when we played.
McLean looks good. The new stadium the new scoreboard looks outstanding. Field's good. The field is slippery. One thing about, you got to get your kids prepared when you play on this field. It is one of the slickest surfaces, but Central is slick as well. And so when you play Central, for instance, at their stadium, distinct advantage.
And the city practice for the whatever practices they had was right here on the turf. They should have some sort of advantage.
Should, because there's no planting off your inside foot on this surface, Nick.
Well, I'm glad you can with us tonight. The 69th annual City-County All-Star Football Game, the Central Valley of California's All-Star Game. It's we mixed up both teams. Some of the guys who get full ride scholarships aren't playing. Others mixed in. When I was going over the stats today, because they have to play one side or the other, there was some offense. Defensive linemen who never played D, they're going to play offense tonight.
So in the last couple of years, a lot of the kids that had signed for scholarships were playing in the game. And that had changed a little bit. And now what you're telling me is all of a sudden this year, looking at the roster, not so much so.
I don't understand why they're not, because I would guess whoever's getting a scholarship today, there's probably a great chance that the coach in the college is not going to be there in 2 years, the way the world we live in.
Or they won't be at that school.
Yeah.
It's become a crazy deal.
Well, we're going to leave it right here for our national anthem here in the 69th annual City-County All-Star Football Game. Here's our national anthem.
Of today's All-Star Game, we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, sung today by our national anthem singer, Miss Keisha Bird. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for Keisha Burns and a beautiful rendition of our national anthem.
Sports TV, you're going to have instant replay. Donnie Arax and I are not. So we're just going to have to find out when there's
It's
instant
going to be a
replay.
test to our eyes, but we'll try to figure it out.
Yeah. That's the we're going to talk plenty of high school football because Donnie, the first gripe I have for high school football, it starts too dang early.
Absolutely.
Oh, God, there's no argument there.
It's the first game is a month before when you and I played. Puts a stress on families, multi-sport athletes. It puts a stress on. It's not really good for the sport. We're in the valley. It's hot. You got to get rid of the bye game and maybe reduce from 10 games to 9, and I think you can get it done. It's way too early.
So when would the first game start?
You can buy. Our first game is August, I think, 18th. At least 2 weeks. I would argue that the state playoffs have done damage, even though it was fun for us playing a bowl game a couple years ago. I would argue that it's a month too early. I don't know where you would get the extra 2 weeks, but by getting rid of the bye and by eliminating maybe going down from 10 games to 9, you could buy yourself 2 weeks right there.
I 100% agree. I mean, can't we share athletes on 1 week out of the December if there is a state playoff game? You could talk to your basketball coach and say, "Hey, I know we're in the state playoffs, but we're gonna let them practice for 2 days or something."
Well, here's the deal: it's not written in stone that you have to play 10 games as a regular season. So,
and what we've learned, Donnie, is these games really don't mean anything because you're still going to go to the tournament, the party. I call it the postseason tournament. So I was just talking to Trent Jackson today from the Kingsburg Vikings, and he's a big supporter, and he's here tonight watching it. Trace Jackson's, by the way, one of the greatest families there is on the planet,
great
by far.
athletic family.
But if the Kingsburg Vikings go 9-1 or 10-0, they're going to move up and get a high seed in D2. You're going to have to come down and play a powerhouse in D1. So you'll never see a dynasty again from one of those Kingsburg Viking teams. Those days are over.
It's a really tough way of figuring it out, isn't it?
just my thing is, Donnie, you can't go down. You can only go up.
I know that 2 years ago when we won the D2 Valley Championship, or you don't like to call it Valley, but I still do. But when we won that section championship, and we basically got pushed down to D2 because the Edison game had been canceled because of COVID. But when we played Kingsburg, which was a really good football team, athletically they didn't quite have the guys we had. And that was a team that was a championship football team. So they,
But you're asking them to win back-to-back-to-back games, and it's impossible for a smaller team.
Right.
So, well, we're almost ready for kickoff on the 69th annual. Again, the city is all red. I call them the City Chargers. We need a mascot. The County Crush. Are you okay with that?
No, I'm not into the mascot thing, Nick. No, I gotta tell you.
Who came up with the Bullard Knights back in the 50s? What was that about? I don't see any knights running around the figure.
I don't know. I know they had a horse for a while, and the horse stepped on someone and broke the foot, and then they got rid of it.
But I remember the days where they had a lot of fig orchards. I had yet to seen a wild knight running around the fig orchards. That's all I'm saying. Well, the city is going to be kicking off to the county. Kicking off for the city is going to be from the Edison Tigers, Marcel Valenzuela.
Most dangerous playing football right here, Nick.
Yeah, well, I think as a coaching, there's not a lot of special teams going in. So the special teams could win or lose this one.
Right.
Again, we don't have instant replay. We're going to do the best we can. But you're at home, you're going to get to watch, which is beautiful. You know what I might do is I could put it on my phone. God, I'm brilliant.
All right, Nick, here we go, bud.
Here we go.
Good to see football after a break.
Is this the beginning of football season or the end of football season?
This is the beginning right here.
Me too. I always think that too. City County All-Star Football is at its best. Here we go. The kick. It's going to be taken by the county. And again, just like Donnie Arag said, he slips immediately.
That field is very, very slippery.
Let's see who that was. I already have a number 12. Okay, number 12. Escobar from the Dos Palace Broncos took the kickoff. So the county will start at their own 20, let's call it the 22-yard line. The quarterback will start with the Central Grizzlies, Dayton Tafoya, who had one heck of a career for Kyle Biggs. He'll be going to El Camino Junior College next year. They're going to go a little pistol formation.
20 personnel.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little zone read. He's going to keep it down the right side, and he pushed out of bounds. No penalty on the play.
Kind of a sloppy mesh there, huh, Nick?
Yeah.
What you're going to expect, you would expect, offenses are going to maybe struggle here. Let's see if we get an offense explosion, but probably not.
Anthony Jones made the initial hit out of bounds. Trace Jackson now goes behind DeFoy. And here comes Trace Jackson for the Kingsburg Vikings.
Nice.
He's got a little seam. He gets up to the 40-yard line. Trace Jackson, outstanding career. And he just keeps the name going. 1,500-yard rusher, scored 20 touchdowns.
Love that kid. He's a really good football player. They just ran a basic stretch play. No leverage on the city, and they got outside.
He had 8 games in a row where he rushed for over 100 yards. So I think the Jackson family loves it. Here comes a little fly sweep running to the right, trying to turn it. He doesn't turn the corner. He gets maybe a hard yard. Ball carrier.
That fly sweep has to hit faster in order to have success. And they never got the edge reached.
Juan Martinez from the Riverdale Cowboys.
Riverdale, baby.
Yeah, 5'8", 200, or 5'8", 205. It's going to bring second down and 9. The county has the ball at their own 41-yard line. You're going to see it pretty much 99% shotgun.
Now you got a more of a spread formation. They're in 10 personnel.
2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Campbell now from the Buchanan Bears in the backfield. DeFoy back to pass. The gunslinger, he's looking downfield. He fires downfield. Threw it just behind his receiver, but again, slippage, as Donnie called it, that field, he slipped trying to get back to the ball.
Nice job by Deshaun Watts on the quick slip. Defensive end did not have contain, which allowed the quarterback to get outside, but incomplete pass.
That was Kahil Elong from the Reedley Pirates, Tony Gates' player, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 11. And
not the ideal situation for an offensive coordinator.
Well, let's find out if the blitzes are in. Right now they throw 3 down linemen. They're going a 3-4. Let's see if they are coming. No, it's just 4. And here comes a running to the left side, trying to turn the corner, and he cannot. It's going to be about 5 yards short. And County, we're going to see our first punt of the night. Ball carrier was from your Kerman Lions. Used to be a coach Kerman Lions.
Yes.
I'm trying to see. Oh, that was Ashton. Sabullian, the ball carrier, who had an outstanding year. He threw for 1,000 yards, rushed for 1,000 yards.
Wow. High
snap, the punt. It's nice as the wind is at the County's back. Taking it for the city at about the 15-yard line.
Got the edge.
John Eubanks down the right side, still on his feet. Gets all the way down to about the 40-yard line.
So the block we saw that sprung that would be a penalty in a high school game. You cannot peel back like that.
Well, it looks like he's picking up the there was no flag, or just he isn't marking it. Josh Eubanks and Kyle Thornton, the quarterback coach from the city, said keep an eye on Eubanks. He's going to play every position possible tonight for us. He's that guy. And he's also going to play defense, they said. Starting at quarterback, Yajay Vance.
We've got a personnel issue, someone coming off the sidelines to see.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Vance threw more yards than anyone. Here comes a blitz from the city, or from the county. Vance is now on his feet, and he'll slide down. He picks up about maybe 3 yards on a play. So I guess they can blitz.
Yeah. There's been already a couple blitzes in the game.
You know, Edison is about, 100 years old? And Yajay Vance is a leading passer in school history. Going to minute college.
Really good football player.
He can run it. He can move around. He's very smart in the pocket. He makes great decisions. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Now they run the zone read. Inside handoff. It's not going to get much. And the County Crush stuffs him. Ball carriers, John Eubanks from the Edison Tigers. Rushed for 400 yards this year.
Tried to run the zone, brought the H back from the other side, tried to insert him.
They're probably in 2-down territory here. They're at the 3rd down of the 35-yard line. It's 3rd down and 5 for the city, and wearing all red. 3 receivers right. They're going empty backfield. Quick slant over the middle. The pass is complete. Slippage, but it's going to be a 1st down. Making the catch.
So you see what I was talking about the field. It's a really slippery surface.
That's Deshaun Gonzalez from the Madera Coyotes. 6 feet, 185 pounds. Good call, good play, and here come the city now. 1st and 10, the ball's down to the 26-yard line. Still first quarter, no score. 7:31 to go in the first quarter. Vance, there's a right, little handoff to Eubanks.
Nice cut back, good push there. Zone slice right there.
Yeah, I don't know if you really want to attempt extra, field goals in these things with the hold and everything else, so you might want to go for everything here.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time to work on those things.
Eubanks will be with this quarterback in the backfield, Vance. Now they got a little wing to the left side. but he'll go in motion. A little confusion. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. See if they're running to the right. Here comes Eubanks. Little zone read. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long. The county was all over that play, Donnie.
All over it. Again, it's really tough in the short amount of time you have to practice to get everything flowing like you need to.
We'll bring up 3rd.
Ball spotted just inside the 20-yard line. 3rd down and let's call it 3. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
May see some play action right here. Let's see.
Max Nulick is he's an outstanding blocker, and he's open in the flat. And Vance is going to run it. He turns the corner, spins away from a player. Then his body slammed out of bounds, but he got the 1st down. Now, we can't see the instant replay, but that is what you call hello, darkness, my old friend, hit of the day.
Shows you how creative Vance can be, though. Very nice job off the play action. Didn't see anything, took off to run, gets the 1st down.
1st and 10, the ball is just outside the 10-yard line, so they can still, it's 1st and goal to go. The ball is at the 10. 1st down and goal to go for the city here in the 1st quarter.
Now, in the old days, we would see kind of a power formation or personnel coming in. Nothing here. We got
Vance gives Eubanks right up the middle, breaks the tackle.
Nice job.
Gets down inside the 5 to about the 4.
Got to tackle with your pads and your helmet there. Arm tackles aren't going to take him down there.
And it's going to bring, that's a good push. 2nd down, the ball's inside the 4 or 5-yard line to the 4.
The corner of Cedar and Clinton at Cedar Village Plaza. Please move your vehicles immediately. They are
if anyone can hear the PA announcer here, it's not good.
Sounds like I Love Angel who's doing it. It's foreign language right now coming from us.
2nd and goal. Vance shotgun. Here comes Eubanks again. Oh, he's smacked in the backfield. That was ugly. Who made the play? Let's see if I can get this. We don't have any instant replay, so I got to be.
You know, one of the problems with a pure spread offense is when you get in the red zone, it's tough. And so, you know.
That was Mario Delgado from the Kalinga Horned-Toads, who made 166 tackles this year. And this is a big one. It's a loss of a play. 3rd down, and let's call it 3rd down and goal to go about the 7. Vance shotgun, back to pass. He steps, he fires over the middle, and the pass is dropped. He had a touchdown, but it's dropped. And it's 4th down. Let's see what Edison Mike Stamps is going to do.
Right in his hands. You got a catch shot. Have to have that. That's what you call a layup right there.
That was a layup. Let's hope he makes another catch before. You don't want him to go to the 10-year reunion saying, God, I dropped the ball in the end zone. They're going for it. 4th down, goal to go. The ball's at the 7. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Vance shotgun. Back to pass. He's going to throw it down the right side, a wide open Eubanks.
Nice.
And it's a touchdown, City.
Little wheel route there. Got it.
No one picked up John Eubanks out of the backfield, and it's touchdown.
No one responsible for the back right there.
Well, that was a pretty play.
Absolutely.
So let's see how the extra points go. Valenzuela will be, now they're going, hey, we need another player. Now, usually All-Stars, Donnie, do they rush? We'll find out if they rush here. Looks like they're coming after him. They're coming after him. There's a fake. Vance is faking. He's got the ball. He's going to run it. He's going to throw it. He throws it in incomplete.
He had a couple guys.
Do you think that was a broken play?
I don't know. Was that a fake or a bad step? I can't tell.
We're going to have to find out on the instant replay.
I can't look on the replay, so.
3:45 left in the 1st quarter. It's your City All-Stars 6. Your County All-Stars 0.
So nice little drive by the county. Of course, it started on the kickoff or the punt return by Eubanks, and he scored on the touchdown. Well, Donnie, we've got a bunch of cheerleaders this year right down in front of us.
Let's see where these girls. Oh, so you've got Clovis West. You've got.
I see a Bullard Knight right down the middle.
Yeah, we got a Knight. I remember when you and I were on the city-county committee, we advocated years ago for them to get the bands and the cheerleaders out like they had in the old days.
When we played back in the day, when
they surrounded the
field.
Yeah.
Everyone brought 25 cheerleaders.
Yeah.
I played at Ratcliffe Stadium. That's how old I am. But we had 18,000 people at Ratcliffe Stadium. It was the thing.
There's another Bullard cheerleader, young man right down there. He's doing a great job.
Great job. You know, he could be your tight end. I don't know why he's on the.
Probably could have. I missed the boat on that one.
Yeah, he did. Valenzuela kicking off. Here comes Yalong down the left side. Gets up to about the 30-yard line. So, and it's going to be Tafoya again, I believe. They might just go quarters, right? Sometimes the quarterbacks, they'll rotate every other play, every other series, or every other quarter.
Two good quarterbacks, so we'll see.
It's 6-0 City here in the first quarter. And it's going to be Tafoya again. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. We're in a little pistol formation. And both teams are going to be running back by committee, so.
Power right there. Nothing there. Just ran a basic power. H-back kicking out, guard pulling.
Jason Tafoya handing off to Ashton Shalabian.
Shalabian, the ball carrier for the Kerman Lions, picks up about, that was a hard 3 yards. Again, the guy did it all for the Kerman Lions.
Expect some play action here, Nick?
I think so. It looks like here come the blitz for the city.
Nope.
Shalabian again, right up the middle. There's going to be a face mask. I saw from up here. They're going to call it. They're not, but it's a first down.
Like the way he hit that hole. That was good.
Yeah, Shalabian comes in at 5'10", 165 pounds, but that was a generous 5'10", and it's a 1st and 10 up to the 44-yard line.
Is it Sarabian?
No, it's, am I saying this right? Number 18.
Well, Armenian kid nonetheless.
Yeah, how did
one of my guys. That's why I was interested.
Yeah, why didn't you recruit him? I mean, usually you get all the Armenians in Bullard.
I should.
1st and 10. Ball's up to the 44-yard line. Tafoya, there's a broken play. He's going to have to do something. He's looking. He fakes. He's still on his feet down the sideline, and I think one of the running backs broke the play, and Tafoya picks up a hard 2 yards.
Running back may have gone the wrong way there. I'm not sure.
Usually that'll happen on all-star games. You try to make it as easy as possible. It's second down. Let's call it about 8 yards on the play, or 8 yards to go. Two receivers left, one to the right.
20 personnel.
Then we got a little inside
nice
trap.
Little trap.
Maybe it's still on his feet. 40, 30, and he slips and he goes down.
Nice little inside trap right there. Very nice.
But that's our third or fourth slip already.
Wish I could see the replay on that. This is old-fashioned little trap.
Tailback,
so toss, brought it inside. Very nice.
Yeah, Shalabian, he's quick. When he hits a hole, he's gone. So I can see why Coach Jenkins at Kerman loved that kid. 1:18 to go in the first quarter, 6-0 City, but the county's on the move. 1st and 10, the ball is down to the 32-yard line. Glad you could be with us. Yes, it does. We're getting a lot of feedback. The turf is very slick here. Two receivers right, two to the left. Martinez from the Riverdale, or no, is that Buchanan in the backfield? Tafoya back to pass. He's got time. He rolls right. He's looking for somebody, and he throws it away. Good coverage downfield by the City.
A lot of pressure there as well. Again, Watts on with some great pressure there.
Problem right there, Tafoya. He had to roll right, but there was no receivers rolling right. They all went left.
Right.
No, it was left.
Nowhere to step up right there.
2nd and 10. Again, back to the pistol. Shotgun for Tafoya. He's going to run to stretch. He gives it Trace Jackson. Hitting the backfield, and down he goes.
Nice.
Anthony Jones from the Edison Tigers makes the stop.
Nothing there. Too much penetration on that stretch.
Here's a big 3rd down play. Back at the 35. 3rd down, and let's stay 12. One thing I do like now, the new world of the yard markers, they got, you can actually see it. Lights up now.
Really nice. I just noticed that, Nick. That's
2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Tafoya back to pass. He's in trouble. He rolls left. He's still on his feet. He's looking for somebody. Throws against his body, incomplete.
Great job of explosive pass rush right there.
Just nobody was open for Tafoya, but boy, he did what he could.
Newlick from Liberty, great job on the pressure there. His partner on the other side, the defensive end, wasn't there when he flushed the quarterback out, but still, great job.
Yeah, outstanding career by Newlick. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. After one, it's the City Chargers 6, the County Crush nothing. We'll be back. It's the Pack Meter. Donnie Arax on NorCal Sports TV. We'll be right back.
The way up from Los Angeles, we just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off.
Welcome back. 69th Annual City County All-Star Football Game from McLean Stadium, Fresno, California. It's the Pack Meter, along with the head coach of the Bullard Knights, Donnie Arax. Donnie, 4th and about, let's call it 12 for the county. And Dayton Tafoya has been running for his life for the county quarterback so far.
Protection's been a major issue.
2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here we go, 4th down. And there's an offside. Well, that'll help a little bit. And it looks like so far that the officials are doing a great job and they're letting the boys play.
Right. One of the more frustrating things right there is people jumping offside. That's one of the things where if someone jumps, I guess it's on the offense there, Nick.
Oh, we didn't see it. Yeah. I've always said, too, if they're going to give you free 5 yards, you got to do the freeze play a little more. Take the 5 yards, but somebody jumped, so there you go. Let's make it 4th down. Let's call it 18 yards to go for the county back at the 40-yard line. Tafoya. Now everyone's jumping, and that looks like it's got to be the City. I could be wrong, but let's see.
Not used to the quarterback. You get used to the voice of the quarterback. I don't know if they're going on a longer cadence.
Practice, it looked like they were doing the slaps, the clapping.
Coming on to punt for your county all-star.
So the county, Brandon Ward, the coach of the Carruthers Blue Raiders, said, okay, you know what, we're kind of against the wind right now, we're going to punt it away. And guess who's back deep? Could be the player of the game so far in the first quarter, Mr. Eubanks.
Well, let's see what he can do here.
Snap is good. The kick is a low line drive. Tiger Woods 2-iron. And it's going to take a county roll all the way inside. Let's call it about the 12-yard line. Good punt.
Yeah. Not pretty. That's not going to win any style points.
Yeah.
But very effective.
That was Ayala, the kicker, with a beautiful little kick to get it out of the way. So this is always a fun time for me, the second go-around. What is the Carruthers, what does the county defense do now to kind of slow down the pressure? Vance is still the quarterback for the city. They'll go kind of a pistol formation again, 2 receivers to either side, 2 receivers left, one on the right. Here comes Eubanks.
Lot of numbers in there to run against. You're going to have to throw. They had a bunch of guys in the box there. It's hard to run against that.
Got a couple yards on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8. Glad you can be with us on NorCal Sports TV. The Pag Meter, Donnie Arax, head coach of the Bullard Knights. How many years now? 20?
It's going to be 24, I believe.
20? You don't even know.
I think it's 24.
It's all a blur, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a blur.
Vance goes shotgun. Eubanks next to him. Low snap. He's in trouble. He rolls. He gets out of trouble. He passes complete, making the catch.
Right.
Looks like Max Newlick from the Liberty Madera Hawks. 6 feet, 200, well, let's call it 211 pounds. And Donnie, he's going to be playing for the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy next year.
Beautiful.
Kid's a smart kid and what an athlete. How did he get away? Why is he not a Bullard Knight? That's what I want to know. Used to get some of those Liberty Madera Ranchers. Mike Nolte doing a great job at Liberty. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now they go empty again. Vance, quick slant over the middle. The pass is complete. Bank breaks the tackle, but
first down.
See who made the catch of that. Looks like Burton on the play from the Sunnyside Wildcats. Well, that's right now the county have no answers when they spread it out, and he throws that quick little pass.
Might want to stay with that.
First down and 10 for the city. Ball's up to the 21-yard line. 6-0 City. Vance rolling left. He's trying to roll left. Now he goes up the middle, still on his feet. Dives forward. Gets up to the 20, maybe 24-yard line.
So far, Nick, the D-line is just teeing off on these offensive linemen. I mean, there's not a lot of time. These quarterbacks are going back to throw, and they have no time. That, I think, was a sprint pass he attempted, or I'm not sure if he just got pressured right away.
Gain of only 1, it's 2nd and 9.
You know, look at that body right up front. Max Mennonite from the Kerman Lions. 6'3", 245 pounds, and he's tough to block.
Looking good.
Here comes 2nd down and 9 for the city. Now there's going to be a delay of game or a false start.
No. The one thing is they probably had to have time to put in screens or draws to slow these guys down. You know, so you get to tee off. You don't have to worry about the screens at all.
And a lot of the big guys up front, Donnie, have probably a little out of shape.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
6-0 City here in the second quarter. They have the ball, 2nd and 12. Vance back to pass. Oh, and down goes Vance. Down goes Vance. A big sack, and there's that big guy. Looks like Rocky Knutz from the Clovis East T-Wolves got him. Romley Knutz. I call him Knutz, but it's probably Knutz.
Great job by Rocky right there.
You know, when you're a kid and your parents name you Rocky, you're going to be a tough kid.
You have to.
This is going to bring 3rd down. This is going to be screen time. Keep an eye on Eubanks out of the backfield. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Vance back to pass. He's in trouble. Now he rolls. He fires over the middle. He's got a wide open receiver, but he underthrew him. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Had him right there, Nick. Just missed him.
Right now, Vance is doing a nice job of moving around in the pocket, giving him some extra time.
Not a lot of time to throw the ball right there, or this entire game. Same thing with the county.
Is there a penalty on the plate? Or just taking forever? Let's see. I got 4th down. 8:05 to go. It's going to be a timeout. Okay, then. Timeout City. So this is the first punt, so I'm sure Mike Stamps is going, okay, we got to figure out who's on our punt team right now.
Right.
We got to make sure we have 11 hats on there.
It's hard enough when you practice it for a month or 2 months. It's got to be really tough for this game, yeah.
Well, Donnie Arex with 8:05 to go. This is a huge part for the county to get good field position. We don't know how the snap's going to be. We don't know anything, but they should have good field position as he's punting against the wind.
And has the county had a time to put in a pump block scheme? You don't know, but you got to know that the protection on a punt is going to be a little bit skeptical.
Going back was Noah Taylor from the Washington Union Panthers, the little speedster at 5'8", 150 pounds. Let's see if he still stays deep.
What a great night, though, out here. The weather was outstanding.
Now, there was one year when Matt Johnson and I did it, Matty J and I, we lost 11 pounds up here. It was 105 degrees. I think overall it's turned out to be a nice crowd.
Very nice.
And I'll give credit to the city-county committee. Shane and everybody did a great job. They've been pumping this game up for 60 days, and they do a great job.
You got to the people that have dedicated their time over the years. The game has lasted 69 years.
Used to be in August when we played. You and I played.
It was, yeah. It was in August.
Yeah. It was always the beginning of football, it seemed like.
Right.
Now, I think kids just go away to school so early, and the school year is so messed up. So Valenzuela will be kicking, I believe. No, it's going to be Vance kicking for the Edison Tigers. And no one back deep. So we'll see what happens here. This is interesting. Vance. He's going to go for it. He rolls left. Is he going to kick it still? And he's hit hard. The ball's loose. This, my friend, is a disaster for the city.
Wow.
Down goes Vance. He was going to throw deep. And if I had an instant replay, I want to know who made the hit. Let me see if we can see that from here. Rocky again from Clovis East.
Almost making a little bit of havoc there, Rocky.
Rocky Balboa Canunes from the Clovis East T-Wolf. And I guaranteed Vance is going to feel that for about a week. That's an interesting play because I keep saying Brandon Ward. 1st and 10. Here come the county crush. The ball's inside the 10 all the way down to the 4.
Basic power right there to the left.
Cannon Campbell from the Buchanan Bears. Rushed for 350 yards this year. Takes it up the middle. Would not be surprised if they do that 3 more times. 2nd down, goal to go. They got Campbell. They got now in the game is Colin Hirschkorn, the quarterback for Carruthers. The snap goes early. Here comes Campbell inside. He drives the power close to the end zone, and he's just inside the 1. It's going to be 3rd down.
They came back to that little inside trap play right there.
Oh, we got a penalty on the play. And we're on the county side, and we heard so it can't be good for the county.
It's an illegal procedure on the county offense that will send them a few yards back.
By the way, great crowd on the county side, Nick.
Oh,
really, really good crowd.
Oh my, yes. Their county travels. This is why I've always loved the traditional city-county.
Right.
Because the county wants to show the city kids
that
we can play.
Right.
So the penalty is against the county It's going to bring up second down. Goal to go. The ball, I would say, around the 11 or about, they're going to call it the 9-yard line. Colin Hurstcorn. It's going to be a little stretch. Here comes Trace Jackson trying to turn the corner, and he can't get the corner. Gets to the 10-yard line. There's nothing out there.
Great job by my guy, Christian Torres, right there. Containing that on the edge. Great leverage by Christian there. Made that play. Good player for me.
Yeah, you got a couple. We'll talk about
one.
One.
Those twins, the Torres twins, are really tough kids. Good football players.
Third down and goal to go. Colin Hurstcorn, the lefty, threw for 2,400 yards, 28 touchdowns. Lost the D4 championship to Shafter in a tough loss. Is the quarterback. Hurstcorn back, the lefty, fires down the left side to Trace Jackson to the 5. He dives. He's in for a touchdown for the county. Trace Jackson, what a play by Hurstcorn.
Good job. Not his first read. Very good job right there. Love that Jackson kid.
Whoa,
what a good football player.
Hurstcorn to Trace Jackson on a beautiful play. And what Trace Jackson just smells the end zone. And he dove in from about the 3.
Touchdown scored by Jackson.
We got the swinging gate, but we don't have anyone.
Oh, here we go. In motion. They're going to run the fly sweep. Oh, and he slips on the carpet. There's a slippage again, and so far, with 5:56 to go, it's 6-all. So we said on our pregame show, Donnie, that the special teams can be a factor.
Absolutely. I'd like to talk to Coach Pancotti. I'm sure he gets a chance to practice down here. It is extremely slippery, and it's a huge factor you don't think about. You know, Nick, now the push is against these turf fields because of the injury factor. I don't know if you've heard about this, but the NFL players are saying they don't want to play on turf. Turf is great because you don't have to worry about maintenance and all these other things. Multiple teams can play and practice on it, but there is an injury factor on these turf fields.
Well, my thing is, Donnie, if we're trying to grow the game of football again, playing in July is not going to do it.
No, it's not.
And young families are like, Mom, it's 110 out. Do I want to put a helmet on?
Right.
I'd rather go do something else.
Right.
So unfortunately, there's going to be a tragic accident for him to go.
Well, look, we've sold ourselves, let's be honest, for the state playoffs.
Yeah.
It's what we sold ourselves. And I had a great experience playing in a state bowl game a couple of years ago, but if you were to ask me if I would get rid of that, I would get rid of it.
But could you play an extra week instead? The county kicking, it's a little poocher.
Oh.
I don't know if that was on purpose or was that a Shankaroonie. I'm not sure. Kicking off is Ayala from the Kerman Lions.
I've shanked a few in my day. Haven't you, Nick?
I can't kick. It's one thing I cannot do.
No, I'm talking on the golf course.
Oh, yeah. They don't even get me going there.
When you get the shanks, it's the worst thing ever.
Well, that's
it's
great.
Like the devil has invaded your body when you get the shanks.
Yeah, it's horrible. I did that on the putting time one where I got the yips.
Well, that's the yips. And the yips is a real thing. Baseball players get it. It's a horrible thing.
Yeah, it's all between your ears. Ask Charles Barkley that. So the city will have the ball. Vance is still a quarterback. So I'm probably going to go first half, second half. Marcarian will probably see the second half. Inside handoff, nothing doing. And the Carruthers, I keep saying Carruthers because of Coach Ward, but it's the county crush. They're playing a little extra giddy up now.
That was a great fill by Delgado of Kalinga. I think that's who that was.
166 tackles, 8 sacks. Pretty good year.
Beautiful.
He's the West Sierra Defensive Player of the Year.
Really? Just came downhill, great scrape.
Wouldn't you like to have a kid who's 5'10", 235 pounds, who's fast?
Yes.
Second down and 10. 2 receivers to the right. It just looks like the county has a little more giddy up on their step right now after that touchdown by Trace Jackson. Here comes a little inside handoff to Pasquale from Fresno Christian. Not going to get much. And it's third down.
No push, Nick. At the point of attack, nothing there, bud. Nothing. Doing.
And now the county, we're on the county side like Donnie said, and they're fired up now. What's weird to me is all the cheerleaders are on the county side. You got a Bullard Knight cheerleader.
I'm sure the first half they'll be here, and then the second half they'll be there on the other side.
Yeah, look at it. You got all the city cheerleaders going, defense.
Yeah.
Third down and 10. Vance a shotgun. Back, he's going to roll to the right. He's had success. He's looking downfield. Now he's going to run it. And he gets close to a first down.
Look, if you're going to run sprint pass, your right tackle's got to reach and secure that edge. So they're running sprint pass, and you've got a tackle that's opening up in protection. Not going to work. Although Vance, kind of got away with it. Good job by him.
One of the best players played in Emmanuel in a long time. His head coach's son, Will Henderson, makes it stop. Now there's another great kid. 3.5 GPA in the classroom.
Now my buddy Robin Rogers tells me Emmanuel has, for this next season, 2 massive sophomore linemen from Hawaii.
Robin knows. So he rushed for 1,300 yards. He made 81 tackles. That's a pretty good year for Will Henderson of Emmanuel. 4th and 2. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Vance, shotgun. Gives it. He's not going to get there. And down he goes. He's not going to get. He didn't even get to the line of scrimmage.
So, Nick.
Toby Martin made the initial stop.
I get it. We're in the era of spread, but to me, those are situations where you need to be in a power formation, to get the first down. You just
tried to outsmart him. Didn't work. And the County Crush has the football, wearing their blue jerseys. The ball's at their own 44-yard line. Colin Hurstcorn is the quarterback. Shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here comes the dangerous Kerman Lyon right up the middle. Still on his feet, and he picks up 9 yards.
That's the way you hit that. That's just the power. H-back kicking out, right guard pulling, hit that thing 100 miles an hour. That's how you hit that thing. County's got a little bit more pop right now in the running game. City has no running game to speak of.
No question about it. 9-yard pickup.
Here we go again, 20 personnel, Nick.
Hurstcorn gives to the... Oh, look at this kid. He's on his feet. He's still going. Cannon Campbell from the Buchanan Bears gets all the way down. They're going to spot him at about the 14-yard line.
Ran a counter play with GT counter. Probably had a read option to that. Very nice. Pulled the guard kicked out, tackle pulled up. Nice job. Running back running full speed and not being denied.
Boy, Campbell put on a show right there. First and 10. Ball's down to the 14-yard line. Before the play penalty marker. Somebody must have moved. And they did. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the County Crush.
To me, it looks like the county has a more kind of organized, established running game. And City looks like it's kind of disjointed where, a little more confusion, can't do much on the run game. Zone is all I've seen from them and a stretch.
Well, after the first series where the City rolled down the field, it's been all County. It's still 6-all here in the second quarter. 2:33 to go. Hurstcorn, shotgun. Play action, rolling left, the lefty. Still looking, and he throws it away. Let's see if it's going to be intentional grounding. I don't think it got back to the line of scrimmage, but college or NFL, that'd probably be intentional grounding.
You want to roll the quarterback if he's a lefty to his left and a righty to his right. Problem is they're running that bootleg to the short side of the field. Not a lot of room there, Nick.
Referees are talking, and it's going to be intentional grounding. There was nobody in the area. And that's a big play right there. Yeah, Collins got to throw that in the 8th row.
Yes, or should have just eaten that.
and that's a loss of down.
So if you want to boot him to the left, you got to set it up by getting yourself at least to the middle and getting a run play to the right or whatever you're doing. It's hard to boot a guy to the short side there, especially with the high school hashes the way they are.
I really love a quarterback that knows how to play action. That was a nice one, because all these quarterback gurus anymore teach the quarterback to play action pass. I never see it anymore. They hand it off, sit. Little inside counter. Here comes
again.
Trace Jackson from the Kingsburg Vikings. Spins his way down to the 18.
So you got defensive ends just flying up the field, and you get the easy kick out for them. Very nice play. Like it. Looks sharp right there. GT counter right there, Nick.
Boy, Trace he just smells the hole. When he gets that hole, he hits it hard.
And doesn't try to bounce it, just hangs it right in there. That's how you want him to run it. Following that big tackle pulling.
Shotgun. It's going to be 3rd down and 14 for the county. And before the play, let's see if there's going to be a timeout.
I can't see, is that the right tackle for the county, who really good job pulling through there. Big kid. I'm not sure. Is that 78?
72, 70. Let's see if it's 70.
Is that Bray from Kingsburg?
Could be Jacob. That's him. 6'6", 305.
6'6", 305.
The Braves just keep coming, don't they?
The Brays, the Jacksons, Kingsburg.
The Steels.
Oh my God. Kingsburg is like this amazing town.
Well, I don't know if it was a timeout or not. We're back into action. 3rd and 14. And 2 receivers move. And it's going to be a penalty, I guess, against the county.
Should never happen, Nick. A receiver should never jump. Ever. They're not going on the count. They should never jump.
Oh,
it's on the guy.
Do you get to apologize to the receivers?
Well,
now?
I'm 0 for 2 now on that, so.
So I can't imagine if there was Donnie Arax, you would, hey, God, what are you doing?
I'd be screaming.
Yeah, you can't. By the way,
be wrong.
You screaming is like, listen to this, a PA announcer
right.
here. You can't hear you. That helps a little bit. Brings up 3rd and 9. They could still get a 1st down at the 5, just inside the 5-yard line.
1:29 left in the half, Nick.
And let's see, timeout-wise, County has 3. The City have 2 left. Hirschhorn shotgun. Back to pass. The lefty looks, fires over the middle. The pass is almost intercepted.
Felt a little pressure, didn't have a chance to step into the throw.
Colin Hirschhorn's pass is nearly intercepted by David.
Yeah, he had it. That could have been a touchdown. It could have been an interception. Could have been a lot of things.
Right.
So 4th down. We're going to see maybe our first field goal. Here we go. Ayala from the Kerman Lions, even though he's got a blue helmet. And now if you're listening at home, he's not Kerman. He's got a, they're calling him from the Kerman Lions. But he's got a blue helmet. Kerman has red helmets.
Kerman,
correct?
I know that well. I coached there. They ran me out of town, basically. That's how that went down.
You still have nightmares for that?
What's that?
You'd still be there right now, huh? You always wanted the Bullard job.
The thing I liked about Kerman, it was a very short drive. It was 20 minutes. You're driving through the vineyards.
And you're not a good driver anyway.
No, I'm not, but it was a relaxing drive out there.
Did they give you a golf cart or anything?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I was a little too much for Kerman, Nick. It was
now,
a little too much for that town.
Kerman's brought their A game. They're growing. Coach Jenkins out there.
Well, they got, Coach is doing a great job. Anthony McCoy, my former great players out there, those guys are doing a great job.
So we are going to see a field goal attempt. It's going to be a 30-yarder. So these are always interesting. Let's check the snap, the hold. The hold is going to be Lorenzo Tioga from the Corollas Blue Raiders. It's going to be a 30-yard out of the left hash. Snap is okay. The kick is up. It's long enough. It is good. And I act like that was a 68-yarder, but in this kind of game, that's a big deal.
Have we seen We have not seen Markarian yet, have we?
Yeah.
Markarian has not been in the game yet. Is that correct?
Well, I think maybe they'll go first half, second half.
Possibly.
Maybe. I mean, I've seen it every other series. I remember back in the day, me and Sergio Toscano, we went every other series, and you just rotated around.
Right. By the way, Markarian's brother, a truly outstanding young coach, helping out at Fresno State right now. Going to be a really good college football coach.
Came from Baylor, huh?
Just grinder. Love him. Really good young coach.
That ball, right? And there was no tee involved either. He booted that from the ground as though he's got the red-orange shoes out there and drilled it.
You know, Nick, one of the things, kicking in high school football is so key. If you have a kicker who can kick the ball in the end zone, the percentage of the other team scoring is like 13%. It's really important.
That's beautiful. Oh, there's a good, solid kick, and that's going to be now in this league. Can you go? We're playing high school rules, so it's going to be out there. That and Iola's a little fired up right now. So it's 9-6 County. Pagmere had this game a 4-point spread by the county, but I don't want to say I'm, so far it's looking good, but we got a long way to go.
Well, the county's been able to run the football, which the city has not been able to do. That's been one of the keys.
Okay, the city has 2 timeouts, 1:07 on the clock. And now you're going to see Mr. Markarian. It looks like he's in, the gunslinger. He's going to start at shotgun.
Impressive kid as a quarterback, Markarian. Going to play at Fresno City College this year, I believe.
Yeah, and he's going to be battling, and then I think he's going to have a good career over there. He threw for 2,500 yards, 23 touchdowns.
Really good player.
He goes shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Eubanks next to him. Now he'll go in motion. Markarian already running the show. Setting the offensive. Fires down the left side. The right side, the pass is complete. But the clock is running.
I don't know that was intended for him. I'm not sure that was.
Ruiz makes the catch for the Memorial Panthers, who came from Madera. And we'll talk about that maybe at halftime. Transferred to Memorial, who's after catching 75 footballs at Madera, he comes to San Joaquin Memorial, catches 19 balls, and he's like, I thought it'd be more exciting over here. Back to passes Markarian. He's got time. And he rolls to the right. He's going to have to throw it away. And that'll stop the clock. That ball was intended for Eubanks.
Not a runner, Markarian.
That should not be intentional grounding because there was a ball pass.
Right.
Eubanks was in the area. 28 seconds to go. But I run into a lot of disgruntled players in the last month and I said, hey, this is the breaks when you transfer. It's not always greener on the other side of the field.
Promising kids things that as adults we can't deliver. And it's really kind of a sad state of affairs. That's where we're at.
Did they call intentional grounding? If they did, that's a horrible call.
That's a bad call.
They called it. Eubanks was what? You got to be Joe Namath now. You got to be accurate. There was a receiver in the area. That's a horrible call.
Timeout call on the field.
And the other thing, Nick, on the transfer deal is all it takes nowadays is someone to get in the ear of a parent, and the parents are disgruntled about everything, and so one person gets in their ear and then we're ready to bolt, and that's just how it is. So much different than when we played in. Thank God we played in the era we did because we played with our buddies growing up. That's why probably a place like Kingsburg and those places are beautiful places because there's no Kingsburg guys transferring anywhere, are they?
I've never heard of a Kingsburg. We did have Cooper, the pitcher for Kingsburg, transferred. He's playing for LSU in the College World Series. We transferred to Clovis North, but he would have been just as good at Kingsburg. And look at Kingsburg's baseball program. It's outstanding.
Yeah.
So it's third down, and they're going to call it 22 yards to go. I can't believe they called that intentional grounding. That, my friend, is your horrible call of the night. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Keep an eye on Eubanks out of the backfield, who's right next to him. Now he's going to go on a little. He rolls a little to the right. Now empty backfield. Back to pass. He steps. He throws over the middle. The pass is complete to Eubanks. Breaks a tackle up to the 22. Still on his feet. And gets up to the 24. Clock running. And I think the county will call the timeout and force them to maybe punt and get the ball back. You never know in this special teams, Donnie.
Nice job by Markarian stepping in the pocket there.
The second half, of course, we'll see who's in better shape on actually a beautiful night.
Nick, I don't think anyone's in good shape out of those boys. I think there's been a lot of beer drinking and I don't think there's anyone in shape.
Well, I went out to practice and I didn't see a lot of action. A lot of talking. But right now, you know what? Overall, with 10 seconds, whatever, to go in the first half, it's been a pretty clean game. We've had a few false starts, but for an all-star game,
not too bad.
It's not like baseball where you throw the ball out, or basketball, throw the ball. Football, you know, you got 11 guys got to be on the same page.
That's right. Much tougher to put together.
So it's fourth down. Markarian still in the game. So why not try to throw deep? I don't know, but let's see. The last time it didn't work because Vance was in punt formation.
The issue's been time.
But it was 4th and 40 or something, and Vance tried to throw a deep ball. Now we go empty backfield for Markarian for the Clovis West Golden Eagles. Back to pass.
Blitz.
Looking right, fires over the middle. The pass is broken up, goes in, complete. So with 11 seconds to go, who made that play?
We don't know what. That was Lorenzo Taguda from Carruthers. Nice break on the ball. Very nice.
Beautiful play. So with with less than 10 seconds to go, the county has the ball all the way down to the 22. So you might want to try another field goal after the last time I saw Iowa nailed that 30-yarder. But they're going to Peyton DeFoya back in the game, who can roll around a bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you would go for that on fourth down. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
I'm stuffed too. Maybe they don't have a punter. 11 seconds to go in halftime. DeFoya, shotgun quarterback.
Should have a couple shots here, Nick.
He's back to pass. He rolls left. He's trying to get time. He throws across his body. He's got Trace Jackson. He's going to go in. You got to be kidding me. Touchdown. Dayton DeFoya for Trace Jackson for a touchdown.
That is my favorite guy on the field right there. Number 40 from Kingsburg. Just a stud. Love him.
Okay, let's start with Dayton DeFoya. It is hard to teach quarterbacks to throw across your body like he just did. The other one is Trace Jackson. How did he get so open?
And did that rolling left. DeFoya. That was impressive.
So they're going to go look like they're going oh no, wait. There was going to be the swinging fence. Now they're going to kick the extra point. Trace Jackson and Dayton DeFoya. Let's see if I got that on film. I tried to film it. We'll get it to you if you're watching at home. The extra point. It's a low liner.
Line drive.
But it's good. So DeFoya somehow he slipped out in the corner with, it's not very good filming on my part, but Trace Jackson caught it about the 10 and goes in for the touchdown. Right now, it's just the county outsmarting the city, Donnie Arax.
Yeah, sharper football team right now.
See how far that touchdown was. That is your play of the day. That's good for a 24-yard touchdown. So I don't think the county has a kick or has a punter, or the city has a punter, because Vance tried to punt the first time and then he got blasted.
Well, you got to allot a little time for that in practice. You got to get that organized. I mean, if you're on your 5-yard line, what are you going to do? Go for it if it's 4th and 20. You got to punt the ball.
78 having a blast out there. 78.
I don't know about you, but every team in the United States would love to have a Trace Jackson and the Kerman Lions Tabolian.
Absolutely.
To have little spark plugs like that who just are I call them winners, and people just feed off them. I always fired up. There's a line drive down the left side, and it goes out of bounds. So,
re-kick
with 3 seconds to go, with the city, you never know what they're going to do. Well, let's see what happens here. They are going to put it, usually would go at the 35-yard line. And it will go with 3 seconds to go. Let's see if McCarran's just going to hum it. Maybe go deep on this one play. It is an all-star game.
I love the down marker thing now.
Yeah, I see
When
it.
did that come in? Is this the first time?
It's been around for 8 years. Where you been? No, I'm just kidding. At least maybe somebody could text me if they're listening. Maybe
I don't remember
2 or
that.
3 years. And maybe different stadiums have them or don't have
I don't
them.
remember that at McLean.
So with 3 seconds to go in the half, McCarran will line up with 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left.
All vert too.
Just throw it as far as you can. Count the 3 and hum it. 1,001, 1,002, and 1,000. Down goes McCarran. They got him to end the half. There's Rocky again.
Major protection issues there. That's just tackles getting beat right there, Nick.
Yeah, and everyone in this whole stadium of 4,500 people knew that they're going to try to throw it as deep as they can. There's a penalty on the play, but the city has left the field. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the county. So I wonder what this is. What does that mean? Maybe they were celebrating after
Talk
the
a little smack, maybe, Nick.
We remember the one year where we had a fight right about now before the half. When it was, I'll never forget, Trent Soares from San Joaquin Memorial got slammed by Clovis East, and then it was on. And so the city's coming back on the field. We might have one more play because that's a 15-yarder. It's going to move the ball up to the 50-yard line, midfield. And McCarran, hey, the way this game is going, who would have thought that Tafoya was going to hit Trace Jackson on a 25-yard touchdown? So you never know. This is why we played the game. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk about the Pag Meter Top 30 to start the year. We'll talk about some teams, some football talk with the legendary Coach Don Arax in the house. 24 years a coach at Bullard High School. And now maybe they're going to take a knee. Now this makes no. Okay, I was going to say, wait a minute. Let's see what they.
No taking a knee.
There's no taking a knee. This will be the last play of the half. It was a penalty, so you
right
can't.
tackle's been in the backfield all night. I don't know if you noticed that.
Two receivers. Two receivers left, 2 to the right. Marcari back to pass. Let's see if he can get it off. He throws it deep down the middle. He's got a player. The ball hits him in the hands, and he drops it. Hit him square in the hands. A great throw by McCarran.
You cannot let a guy in that situation get behind you.
And he did.
Cannot let it happen.
And now that's halftime, I believe, unless the referee's going to reprimand the county for something. Is there another penalty? You got to be. If there's another penalty, this is amazing. No, they're going to let the city go first. This isn't Alabama Auburn or something. Okay, it's halftime. We'll come back with our halftime show. The score at halftime: the county 16, the city 6. We'll be back. The Pag Meter with Donnie Arax on NorCal Sports TV. We'll be right back.
drove all the way up from Los Angeles.
From
We
Los
just heard
Angeles.
that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
drove all the way up from Los Angeles.
From
We
Los
just heard
Angeles.
that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
drove all the way up from Los Angeles. We just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
Yes, thank you. Welcome back to the 69th Annual City-County All-Star Football Game from McLean Stadium, right in the middle of Fresno, California. It's the PAG meter, along with Donnie Arex, the head coach of the Bullard Knights, 24th year. And Donnie, halftime, let's do the quick, and I think we'll keep doing some highlights. But it started, the city looked great, Donnie. They rolled right down the field, and then finally Haji Vance hit Eubanks on a 7-yard touchdown, made 6-0, and that was it for the city.
Yeah.
The county made some adjustments, and next thing you know, Hirschhorn comes in on his first pass, dumps it in maybe a 10-yard pass to Trace Jackson, and Jackson runs into him for 5 yards to make it 6-all. Both teams missed the extra point. And then Ayala nailed a 30-yard field goal for the county to make it 9-6 with the help of the city. Went forward on 4th and 20. They tried to go a fake punt, and the county got the ball back. And then it was Dayton Tafoya to Trace Jackson on a 25-yard touchdown to make it 16-6, and that's where we're at.
Major protection issues for the city. Haven't been able to protect the passer. No running game to speak of. The county's popped a few nice runs on a couple counters, a little inside handoff. So the county looks a little bit sharper offensively. Let's see if the city can make something happen. I'm sure we'll see more of Markarian this second half. But in the first half, real problems protecting the passer.
It looked like the city was successful on the quick. They spread it out. They went empty backfield, quick slants, quick hitters, and it worked. That's really the only offense they got right now.
Haven't had much, Nick.
On the other side, you got Trace Jackson, you got Campbell, you got Mr. Kerman Lyon, Shabalian. How do they slow down those scat backs who are putting on a clinic, running inside, and with Tafoya doing his thing on the outside?
Right. Tafoya's elusive, gets out of the pocket, does a good job when he's outside the pocket. The city's going to have to do a better job protecting, or there's nothing that can develop in their passing game. They have athletes, obviously, but can't do much if the quarterback is running for his life.
Well, believe it or not, football is going to be starting in right a little bit after July 4th, right? Is that when it starts?
Yeah, football, I think we start practicing July 17th. Not official, but pretty much unofficially, which is where most guys are, really early. We'll give the kids the week of 4th of July off, and then, it's rolling. We're ready to go.
And then what happens in the valley with the Central Coast doesn't get, the North, the South doesn't get, we'll have the bad air days. We're going to still hit that heat wave. It's coming. Like tonight is beautiful. It's, 75 degrees.
Right.
It's coming, the heat. And then you're going to be outside. It's going to be bad air, and it's going to get ugly. But the PAG meter's kind of messing around because I get more emails. What's the early PAG meter rankings going to look like? So I'm going to kind of run by this. You talk about it, whatever you think. We slam dunk, we have to start with the back-to-back and the state champion. Liberty Patriots are number one at the start.
Right now, Liberty's got the run in Bakersfield. I think the fact that Bakersfield has dropped a little bit has created an issue where Liberty is now the destination point for a lot of kids. Huge numbers of players, great size. Some of the better athletes from Bakersfield transferring in. Liberty's unquestionably the premier program right now.
They did graduate a lot of studs, but they just seem to lock and load, don't they? The number 2 team, I'm putting them in the number 2 because I think they're going to be fantastic this year. It's the Clovis North Broncos. Vince Brandstater and that offense, they've got some animals up front.
So you've got a traditional old-fashioned offense. Vince knows how to run that. You're going to see a lot of duo, which is a no power pull play. You're going to see a lot of power run game. They're big. Clovis North's got a good football team and some outstanding running backs.
The number 3 team on the PAG meter to start the year, the Clovis West Golden Eagles. And when you have four wide receivers have got offers to Fresno State. I've never heard of that before. You've got to put Clovis West up there.
They right now have, a lot of this is cycles. Great run of receivers right now. Really good. And a very good quarterback. Interesting situation. We played him in the playoffs 2 years ago. Patrick was the quarterback. Did a great job while Markarian was injured. Sits his junior year, ready to come back his senior. Going to be a really good football player.
Yeah, you could flip-flop 2 and 3 if you want Clovis or Clovis West. But I just think they're going to be dangerous. Number 4, and I don't know, it's all going to be the X factor with quarterback as Dayton DeFoy has graduated. You got to put the Central Grizzlies up there.
Don't know a lot about Central. Don't know a lot.
Number 5, I'm going to put the Frontier Titans up there because they've got a lot of people coming back.
Not good to hear since we play them. But
yeah, they've got their quarterback coming back. They've got a lot. Number 6, I'm going to put Buchanan in. Again, these could flip-flop. We don't know. You got a new quarterback. Jane Mandel graduated. Who's going to take it over? But you still got to put Buchanan in there. I know.
Possible quarterback issues there,
yeah.
But we'll see.
They could be at number 6. They could be at 16. We don't know yet.
Right.
Number 7, I'm going to put the St. Joe's Knights because they've got some recipes going on. And right now, what I understand, they're the best team in the Central Coast again.
Not surprising. I'm sure they'll have some recruits and some incredible size is what they've majored in.
A number team that you get to open up against, the Hanford Bullpups, and they return a lot of players.
Returning guys and a very good sophomore quarterback.
And you're playing them at home. At their house.
Yes.
Number 9, this is my sleeper team, and keep an eye on the Clovis East T-Wolves. They're getting a lot of people transferring in, and I think this is the team to keep an eye on.
Clovis East, really efficient quarterback. Knows how to get rid of the ball and athletic. That's a team that you can't sleep on.
Another team, number 10, we don't know a lot about around here, the Mission Prep Royals. They're another private team in the Central Coast, and we'll talk more as we go. We're going to start the opening kickoff as the County Crust kicking off. Here comes Eubanks. Takes the ball at the goal line, dropped the ball, and then still gets up to the 15-yard line. Eubanks, they might want to give him the ball a little more.
Yes. Wow.
He's dangerous.
They might not want to have him catch the kickoffs, though.
So it's 16-6. The county, the City Crush. The City Chargers have the ball to start. Let's see we'll see who the quarterback's going to be. I believe it's going to be Markarian. Ryan Markarian from the Clovis West Golden Eagles. Threw for 2,500 yards, 23 touchdowns, and he will start at shotgun. Markarian he's talking to his running back. Where do I go? You could tell right away he is directing the offense, and that's what maybe the city needs. Little inside handoff, and there's nowhere to be run. The front 7 of this county is just deadly. They're
inside
tough to
zone,
run.
tries to cut it back, nothing there.
Ryan Markarian handing off to
Angelo Moreno, the Thunder for Matty J's Madera South Stallions. And we had our first injury of the game. I haven't seen any cramps, which is a good sign.
Right.
I don't see a lot of cramps anymore. People are doing the right things with their bodies nowadays.
I saw a ton of them early in the season last year with the extreme heat, and some of these kickoff times are a little bit early. I know when you play some of the teams in Clovis Unified, I think Buchanan, the kickoff is 6:30, a little bit early. I think the administrators want to get home.
Well, and then I would always say, if it's 105 here, it's going to be 65 on the Central Coast. Play all your games at the Central Coast the first 3 weeks.
Right.
But that's a long trip, and no one's going to listen to the pack meter. Whatever I say, double it the other way.
But it's a great trip for your parents and your team.
What's your favorite so far? Royal Grande? You played there.
Played Arroyo Grande. That was a nice one. We played Paso Robles one year. It's a good break for everyone to get out of the heat.
It's like Matthew Vallejo 6 feet, 270-pound offensive lineman, was limping a little bit, so maybe he'll be okay.
All right, here we go. Back to some football action.
So it's second down and 8 for the county. The city. They're trailing 16-6 here in the second half. Who's going to be in better shape? This is the big key right here because it's all about ball control. If the county can get the ball back on their own side of the field, they can be dangerous.
Ball on the 18 for City.
Margarian shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Angelo Moreno. Boy, Matty J loved Angelo Moreno. Now he'll go in motion. He'll go out wide. Margarian back to pass. Slants over the middle. Swatted at the line of scrimmage. I think Big Rocky got the big's paw on it and knocked it down.
Yeah. Any kind of quick set by the quarterback, D lineman, if they're not going to get there, get your hands up and block that thing.
That will bring up.
Here's a big third down now for the city, 3rd and 8, because you know they don't want to punt. And who knows, maybe the punter didn't show up. They didn't work on punting. We don't know.
Make some noise for your defense, County. Let him hear you.
Moreno asking.
The right tackle is still in the backfield. He's been in the backfield the entire night.
That's a penalty, isn't it?
It should be.
He's lined up 2 yards deep. Let's see if he gets away with it. He got away with it. Back to pass, Margarian. He's got time. Margarian still looking. Fires. He's out of open man. It goes incomplete. Burton was the intended receiver.
He's got to get his feet underneath him when he throws that, Nick. You know what I'm saying? He had the ability to step up, and he did, but he's got to get his feet underneath him when he throws that.
Well, here's that famous 4th down play.
Tell me they're not going for it.
I don't see any punter situation. I think Mike Stamps is saying, you know what, it's an all-star game.
It reminds me of watching our middle school team play these other teams, and they go for it on their 5-yard line. And
They might be going for it here.
Remember Coach Murphy, Clovis East days? Didn't he do that?
Up by 10 here.
yeah, but he wouldn't do it when they were deep. They would punt it.
Well, Vance is in. He's the, I guess, supposedly the punter. They've taken a long time to get this play off. Let's see if the back judge is counting yet. It's an all-star game. He's giving them time. Okay, Vance could be punting for Edison. Stay tuned. Let's see. No one back deep for the county. He's going to run it. You got to be kidding me. Now he throws it. The pass is complete. It works. It's all the way down the side, but someone's got to be downfield, right? Offensive lineman, they almost made the catch, and there's no penalty. Sean Gonzalez of Madera made the catch.
Not very sound, but they got away with it.
They did. We got to see that again. I would bet there's at least 3 offensive linemen downfield. But their play is going to go. The county's going crazy. We can only cover 5, they're saying. It's going to work. A big play by Vance to Gonzalez, and it's first down all the way down to 38. Hey, if it's not called, it's not illegal,
Sometimes
right?
you get away with one, I guess.
Mike Stamps rolls the dice, and this time it works.
Still not confident they can really do anything offensively. Let's see.
Vance shotgun. Moreno will go and he'll line up. Empty backfield. The county brings 5. Here comes Vance. Steps up. He's going to run it. Puts his head down and gets down to the 30.
Great job by the DNs building the trap for him. It's your inside guys need to be there when the quarterback steps up the pocket.
Picks up 7 yards on the run. Vance will hustle to the sideline. Kyle Thornton has been calling the plays. Yeah, I don't think we have a clock tonight because both offenses are taking a long time. It's second and about, let's call it 3 to go down to the 31-yard line for the city. They're trailing 16-6. The 69th annual City County All-Star Game.
Typically a good play action situation here with 2nd and 3.
Eubanks in the backfield with, now he goes in motion. Vance back to pass. He wants to run. He rolls right. He throws down the right side. He's got a man. The pass complete inside the 5 to the 4.
A pickup game broke out at McLean Stadium. It's what we basically have is a pickup game. That's why Vance is a nasty guy to defend.
Our first holding call. Making a great catch was, now I don't have instant replay. Maybe we'll get an idea who made that play. Was that Ruiz? But that play, well, that was about a 50-yard penalty. That moves the ball all the way back to the 43-yard line. Instead of having it inside the 5, that's a big play, Donnie. Donnie Arax, the head coach of the Board Knights.
Big thing, too, in football, when you can put pressure on with 4 guys rushing, it's a huge deal.
There's 4 big bodies up front for the county. 3rd down and let's call it 14. Clock running, 8:39 to go. Vance at shotgun. Back to pass. He's in trouble. He rolls to the left. He's still, and down goes Vance! Down goes Vance! A big loss at the back of the 36.
That's like a 15, 18-yard loss there, Nick.
Rocky Kuntz got Vance, and that is a huge loss. Rocky's 66 tackles this year. He had 3 sacks. He's 6'2", 220 pounds.
Got a little juice in him, Nick.
And he's fast, too.
Got a little juice.
It's 3rd down and about an acre.
And all this pressure is being put on without blitzing.
It looked like he wanted to roll out. He was going to do a design rollout, but Rocky just made that. I don't think so, Vance. I've seen that game before. It's 3rd down and a long. They got to go all the way down to about the 28-yard line to get a first down. 2 receivers right. Now they go empty backfield. Let's see if the county brings pressure. They're showing 4. They bring 4. Back to pass. Vance is in trouble. He can't break it, and down he goes again. And guess who? Rocky Balboa Kuntz.
Those 2 ends are wreaking havoc, Nick.
Yeah. And it's 4th down, but there's no punt involved with the city. And let's see if the county just brings more people up to the line of scrimmage. Of course, the last time it worked when you just sent 10 guys downfield to make a catch, it might work again. Is it me or the city look confused right now? They're walking around. They don't know. 6:25 to go. And Vance by himself back in the
10 guys now. Here's the 11th coming in.
Let's see if he does actually punt it. 2 receivers right. They got it empty. And he's going to punt this one to nobody. And this is not a bad punt. This is going to roll inside the 10, inside the 5, and it gets to the end zone. A great try.
I'll tell you, that can be an effective weapon when they don't have a guy back there and you can punt it. You can stick guys pretty deep.
I've been telling you and many coaches forever that do not line a guy up 15 yards. Line him up at 7 or 8, and you have a quarterback / punter in there, and you have the option to kick, pooch it or not.
We actually do that.
Well, there you go. That's the greatest play ever, and it's taken Matty J about 5 years to figure it out, but he still doesn't believe me. And also the onside kick. Never give up on the onside kick. Dayton Tafoya back at quarterback for the county. They lead at 16-6 with 6:03 to go in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers left, 2 to the left. Tafoya back to pass. Fires with a fastball down the right side for about a 5-yard pickup. The sidewinder. And let's see who made the catch out there.
Working that quick game right there.
Again, we don't have instant replay here at home. You know who made that catch. That could have been Devon Sanchez, if I'm hoping right. Back to pass. He throws it over the middle. Almost picked off. Goes incomplete. That was Devin Sanchez, the last one. What a great career he had at Kalinga. Is that one of the best mascots, the Horned Toads?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know what a horned toad is, but yes.
It's a giant stud of a frog, I think. Could be wrong. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Tafoya shotgun. Here's a big third down. The city's got to get the ball back.
3 down for the city.
And it's going to be a quarterback draw, and he's not going to get the first down. Oh, it's going to be a design draw. It sure looked like, or a broken play. And actually, the county has an actual punt team. Look at.
I think that was Watts again making a play.
Ayala will be punting, and back deep is Eubanks. This is maybe the best offense for the city. Get Eubanks in wide open territory. Ayala in punt formation, and
always the most frustrating thing, screaming for a kid to get on a special team.
Let's check the snap. The snap is beautiful. The punt, it's a low liner against the wind. And it's going to go out of bounds. It might be the best thing, not about the 45-yard line. Penalty markers on the play, I believe. Well, we didn't have very many penalties in the first half. We had like 12 already in the second half.
Clean.
What do we got? What do you think, Coach? Too many men on the field?
I don't know. Yeah.
What does that mean? Is that a sideline warning? I hate that play, by the way. I'll never understand a sideline warning. Can't the side judge go, hey, guys, move back for me? Just move back.
There's some officials on the sideline that are just in this battle with the coaches to stay back. And I get it because they can get injured. But they try to set the tone early.
I just like when they run 50 yards in the middle of the field and tell the white hat, and then he runs back and has to tell the other 58 people on the sidelines what I just did.
Right.
You just lost all respect. Okay, Markarian is back at quarterback for the city. They've got to get something going, trailing 16-6.
Someone's got to tell the right tackle to move up. It's driving me crazy.
Markarian fires on the right side of the pass. Oh, it's a beautiful pass, but broken up. Getting over there making the play is Mikkel Johnson of the Buchanan Bears. Just swatted it.
Thing was floated a little bit.
Well, he's throwing against the wind, right? Because he got the wind now. Let's check the wind. It's steady, so it's still. Gianna is listening, my daughter. She says we sound great. She loves Uncle Donnie. 2nd and 10. She's home for Father's Day. She'll be leaving for Dallas on Monday. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Markarian now making sure everyone's in the right spot. Back to pass. Steps up and down he goes again. The ball's loose. They've got the ball down the left side. Is that Rocky again? Rocky Coombs of Clovis East.
Rocky is unstoppable right now. Makes the sack, creates the fumble, recovers it, and runs it down. What a play right there.
What a play. That is a big-time play that he'll never forget.
Right now, those 2 defensive ends for the county are my players of the game.
Boy, this is going to be tough to do the MVP for the county. I've got Rocky, you got Trace Jackson, you got Dayton Tafoya, those top 3 right now.
Jackson as well, throw him in that discussion.
Tafoya shotgun, claps once, rolls right, looking right, he fires right to nobody.
Now that's how you seal on that sprint pass. They got the edge there.
Somebody was supposed to run the post corner. Somebody ran the slant instead. And it's 2nd down for the county, leading 16-6. This could be the dagger if the county could score here. I don't know if the city has enough offense to score that many touchdowns.
Yeah, this one could do it right here.
Tafoya fires, sizzling pass. The pass is complete.
Nice.
Down the right side.
Comes up a little short.
See who made the catch there.
Very nice.
Completing to Nicholas Mendoza.
Good run action there.
A trio of skinny tackles, bringing him down.
You know who that was? I couldn't see that. Who made the catch?
Third.
Mendoza made the catch.
The correction that is good enough for a first.
Mendoza from the Fowler Red Cats.
Correction, it is indeed third down.
That's another school that just got it going on. The Fowler Red Cats out there. What a nice program they have.
Good community.
Good community. Great football, baseball field. Bill Fever, football there. I mean, baseball, they do a great job. Shotgun to Foya. Right up the middle.
Bounced out on the power.
Handoff is once again to Nicholas Mendoza. Gain of 2.
See, it's going to bring up second down and goal to go. You guys can see on your TV screen, we're pretty far away to see that handoff right there.
Ball on the floor. Second and goal. County.
Oh, Mr. Touchdown is in the backfield. Trace Jackson from the Kingsburg Vikings. Let's see if he gets the carry here. It's going to be an inside handoff. Looks like Mr. Kerman Lyons Shabalian tried to
Backside pursuit there.
No, that's Jameer Galloway from the Sanger Apaches. Galloway, you played him a few times from the.
Yes, indeed.
And Trace is back in, third and goal to go. They'll spread it out. Two receivers right, one to the left. Looks like he can run on the edge if he gets to the edge on the right side there. Let's see if it happens. Here comes Trace. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and almost broke the other tackle. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, they played it kind of conservative there. I guess they figured kick the field goal here if they don't get it there and put a good spread.
Yeah, I think that's what
you're and the city.
Well said. I think Coach Ward is saying, you know what? Our defensive ends will dominate your offense, so we feel good right now.
Yeah, because City has not shown any ability to do anything. Nice.
It's about a 23-yard field goal, and it's good.
Ayala's field goal is up and good.
Boy, ever since the first drive,
Quarter number 3.
it has been all county.
Who did you have winning this one, Nick?
I had the county favored by 4.
Okay, and that was based on what?
Watching both practices, I just felt like they had a little more giddy up than the city.
That's right, not over till it's over. Somebody right here in McLean Stadium make some noise.
I know, I just looked at the county. I like their scat backs are good. And they have a really good defense. And I said, well, and so did the county. I mean, the city had a good defense too, but I also looked at the offensive line. I think the offensive line is on the county's a little better shape.
City tackles having a tough night tonight, Nick.
Yeah, they're struggling, and you can tell, like you said, they're lining up in the backfield, and the referees are letting them. Let's see if Iola just boots it out of the end zone. He's feeling it right now. You're going to have a great kicker, right?
Yeah, we got a good kicker, yeah.
It's going to be run back, taken by Josh. Josh Rios just leveled.
How long before the kickoff's outlawed, Nick, you think in football?
It's coming. It's coming.
I think it's coming.
I'm hoping it never happens. But what's a great story here? That was Josh Rios, who played it for you last year for the Bullard Knights, transferred to Selma. He had 5 interceptions this year for the Selma Bears, but somehow he's playing on the city for the Bullard Knights. I don't know how that works.
Not sure I understand that.
If they traded him for some Gatorade, I don't know what happened.
And put it down that he was a Bullard Knight.
Yeah, he's a Bullard Knight, but why isn't he playing for the county? I don't understand that. The county has did he get traded? Did he not like the county players? I don't know what happened. Vance is in the back at quarterback for the city. Dumps it off in about 7.
Great pursuit by
players.
the county right there. Very nice.
That tells me right there that the city has no game plan right now.
However, it's a wall of county tacklers.
I think the county defense is just deadly. They're thinking, you know what? Those defensive ends are coming after us. We have no time. We're going to just start dumping quick passing and see if this works. We haven't seen Eubanks in a while.
At the end of the third quarter, snack bar will be closing up.
45 seconds to go in the third quarter.
That's right. 4 quarters, $1.
2 receivers light, 1 to the left. Eubanks will now go in motion. Back to pass. He's going to dump it to Eubanks. A high pass. Somehow he makes the catch. And there's a reward. He gets hit by 4 county All-Stars.
That's completing a Eubanks once again.
Nothing there, Nick.
By Jose Paredes and a couple of other county partners.
Josh Paredes from the Orange Cove Titans with the initial. That was the hello darkness, my old friend, hit of the third quarter. And that's the end of the third quarter here. We'll take a quick break, come back. Stay tuned. Can the city come back and make this a game in the fourth quarter? They trail 19-6 here in the 69th annual City County All-Star Game. The Pack Meter along with Donnie Arax. We'll be right back.
Way up from Los Angeles, we just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
Way up from Los Angeles, we just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful...
Welcome back, everybody. 69th Annual City County All-Star Football Game from McLean Stadium. Start of the fourth quarter. The city had a 6-0 lead, but the county have scored 19 straight points. And they'll start right here with 3rd and long. Vance back to pass, and down goes Vance. Tell me it's not Rocky again. Who got him this time? I think it was Rocky.
I was a little distracted there, Nick. I was looking at number 78, Jacob Bray, flinging the ball on the sideline like he's a quarterback. All 6'5", 305 of them look pretty athletic there. Well, hopefully he's going to play beyond high school.
Let's hope. It's 4th down, and we don't know if Vance is going to punt the ball away. We really don't know what the game plan is for the city. They've punted before, and they've tried it right here. So Vance back in punting formation. It is an all-star game, and what the heck? He's going to run it. This is crazy. Now he's going to throw it. The pass is complete, and they got a first down and more. He could go all the way. This is going to be a touchdown.
You've got to be kidding me. Now, if you're a coach and that happens to you in a regular game, you are just beside yourself, because it's kind of a joke.
That was an 83-yard touchdown on 4th and a mile.
That's like go to the Dodge I'll throw it there.
Double checking if there's any flags.
Incredible.
I don't see not one. Here we go, man. What a play right there.
Absolutely incredible.
Ramon Ruiz from San Joaquin Memorial / Madera made the catch and runs it all the way for a touchdown, and we got a ball game.
Your city offense cashes
How
in
about Vance? I don't know if he was going to punt it,
3 yards and a
but he was going to run it, and he said, well, I can't run it.
Vance is electric, and you saw the arm talent he has right there, Nick.
Score, County 19, City 12.
Again, confusion here.
Well, I really think he's so smart. Minute State is getting a good one. He matures as a college quarterback. You're going to hear about him.
Where's Minute State, Nick?
Why would you put the pressure on me? I don't even know where Fresno Pacific is, let alone Minute State, but I will look it up. Now there's going to be a timeout. It is 19-12, so this could be a big play. Apparently they don't have a kicker.
Timeout City, their first timeout of the second half.
Chuck Calvert listening in said, wow.
So basically, if they stop him there, it's game over right there.
Well, good question.
That's right. Hey, real quick, I want to give a special shout out to our PA announcer in the booth doing a great
It's
job.
in North Dakota.
North Dakota.
Righteous Ray, right back.
I bet they're excited to get a California quarterback who can move around a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see here. It's 19-12.
All that good action.
The city's going for 2. No extra point involved. I don't even know if they have a kicker. Valenzuela is technically the kicker on the roster for the city, but he didn't kick at all. Vance back to back, fires a bullet over the middle. It is caught for the 2-point. We have a ball game. It's 19-14. That's the same play he did in the first half where he dropped it. This one he caught it.
Good for the 2-point conversion.
Well, this side's quiet. The opposite side is a little more giddy up in them now. So now, can the city defense make a charge?
We got ourselves a ball game.
Hey, that's my line. I just said we got a ball game. I saw the PA announcer go, we got a ball game. Glad you could be with us. Donnie Arax, the head coach of the Bullard Knights. We're talking about our top 10. We'll have to delay because we got a great game now. We didn't know. This could have been a blowout.
Well, it's a situation where it's a close game, but you feel as if, the city has been outplayed,
This has got to be the biggest game I've ever seen with big plays.
The story of the game early was going to be the pressure from the county, from those defensive ends. In particular, Coots from Clovis East, who's done a great job, who's setting up there on the kickoff return team, probably getting ready to lay someone out right now.
He's a big boy. Rocky Balboa Kuntz from the Clovis East T-Wolves. This is about the only time you're going to see anybody kick from the city, and it's a little poocher. The ball's loose. People always sometimes forget that's a loose football.
That's a scary deal right there always.
They think sometimes it's a punt. You got to get away with it. Peter, but that was loose. But the county will have the ball.
Always wondered where the Peter call came from.
Well, Matt always tells the story. It was a kid in World War I that it was a grenade, and he said, "Peter, get away from it, Peter!" And I asked, "Well, did Peter make it?" No, he didn't make it. So
Peter did not make it.
He took one for the team. Dayton DeFoy back at quarterback. Now they're going to go 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to see if they can have this offensive line push people around. The ball's fumbled. Tafoya picks up the garbage, trying to turn the corner, and hit hard out of bounds.
Gotta love Tafoya right there, kid with incredible courage. Took a good shot.
Tafoya's a gamer. He'll leave his career almost 6,000 passing yards, 62 touchdowns. He'll be playing El Camino, and that's a big JC area with El Camino down south. And there's a lot of really good junior colleges down there. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 2nd and about 5 for the county. They want to try to run some clock. Big hole. Yeah. There's Campbell. Buchanan Bears is pushed out of bounds. But that's what the county has over the city, a running game.
Yes.
First down, county.
Cannon Campbell, 5'8", 200 pounds. This year, we just don't know about the Buchanan Bears. You know, when you lose one of the best quarterbacks they've ever had in school history, what's up next? And you know what that's like when you have a senior quarterback and all of a sudden you're starting over.
Ball is 5 yards away from midfield.
Clock running, 9:26 to go. Ball's up to the 45-yard line. 2 receivers either side. And this time Tafoya, he's feeling it. He takes it up the middle on a quarterback draw and picks up 3. You know what? Overall, we haven't had any really fisticuffs.
It's good to see because sometimes this game
could get ugly.
The kids aren't dealing with their high school coach. They're not, they're feeling like they can do whatever they need to do, and it's good to see a real clean game being played here.
Maybe one of the cleanest games I've ever seen, but is it because maybe they all know each other? Because after every play, they usually high-five each other now.
Well, with social media and all the camps and stuff, kids know each other much more than we did in our day. We didn't know any of the kids from the other schools, nor did we want to know them. In fact, we hated them.
Yeah, we did. We were always taught to hate the other team until the game was over.
That's right.
We would get in trouble if we ever high-fived somebody during the game.
No.
I get in trouble at home when I see that, and I'll go, look at that player, high-five that.
Right.
And my family will get on me. What's wrong? What sportsmanship is that? I was never taught that, okay? That was a long penalty, a 15-yard penalty against the city. I don't know what the heck it was. The referees talked for 30 seconds, 45 seconds.
Into city territory. Ball on the 45.
Had to be a personal sportsmanlike conduct penalty. I'm going to go with it. First and 10.
I think that was holding. I'm not sure.
Could be. We don't know. We don't have instant replay up here. Matt would be going crazy right now because he couldn't do it. Sorry, Matty J. You love that instant replay. All he did was he watched the screen the whole time. First and 10, down to the 45 for the county. Right up the gut goes the county. Not much there. That was...
Handoff is to Ashton Shalemian.
It's like Galloway from the Sanger Apaches. 2nd and 9. 8:18 to go, and the county's in no hurry. They're leading 19-14. They would love just to flip the field position for them and let the city try to earn a long drive if they have to punt.
Expected some play action here. See if we get it.
Trace back in the game. Little counter to Campbell. Right up the middle. 40, 35. Still on his feet. Bounces off a city player and gets down to the 31-yard line and a big first down.
That little bit of misdirection has given the city a lot of trouble there.
Kenny Campbell, you can tell he works hard in the weight room. He's got some thunder thighs on him.
Oh, yeah.
Hard-nosed player.
Just a little tough little sawed-off kid.
That run is good enough for another county first down.
That is a big first down. That'll take a lot more time off the clock. First and 10, the county. Tafoya back at pistol formation with Trace Jackson from the Kingsburg Vikings behind him. He's feeling. You could tell. Look at Trace. I felt like he was getting the ball. He was feeling it. That's sometimes on this run pass option where the old days the running back knew he was going to get the ball. Now you really don't know sometimes, so you can't really focus.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You know, pull the ball out. Oh God.
Well, it's a different deal with RPOs.
Yeah.
And it's a different game. You know, I think it. I have a sense that everything cycles back. You know, you mentioned talking about Clovis North. That's one of your top-ranked teams. You know, they do it a little bit more the old-fashioned way. I think it's good to have a balance between the physical side of football and the spread thing. I think if you can do both, it's a real advantage.
There's a couple teams that are questionable. I don't know anything about yet. San Joaquin Memorial, they've lost a lot, but they're probably on a recruiting trail right now to bring
some good recruits recently.
To bring some offensive line in. That's what they need. They got a quarterback in, an outstanding quarterback. They got C.J. Jones from Sunnyside.
I think they had Nix for a day, and then he went back to Clovis East.
Yeah, he went back the weekend after. He didn't like it. That's what it is anymore. Back to pass to Foya. Throws deep down the right side. He's got a player. The pass goes incomplete, and no call.
Just late. That thing can't be thrown that late. I don't know if he was open early, but.
Josh Chin from Fresno Christian, who had a tremendous career. How about this kid? He 9 interceptions, 38 tackles, and he also caught 28 footballs. From an 8-man league.
8-man.
8-man. And they're the Alabama Crimson Tide of 8-man football. Now keep an eye on Sierra this year. Mark Stelling and the Sierra Chieftains are going to give them a run. They play half. Some games will be 11, the other half will be 8. It's crazy how you. Galloway hitting the backfield, and down he goes.
Backside that was pursuit right there.
Great play by the City defense.
That was Galloway.
He really never had a chance to get going.
If they pull that, there's no one there because they are chasing hard.
Well, if you're a City fan, this is a big play for your team. 3rd and 12. They can make a stop here. They still have time. We can have a storybook ending. 19-14 County right now. Tafoya, shotgun, Galloway behind him.
Tough call here.
Like Campbell next to him from Buchanan. Back to pass to Foyes. He's got the edge. He's going to throw it. He fires down the middle to a jump ball. The pass. It's either a complete or it is an interception.
Wow.
That was like a punt, really.
I guess that's as good as a punt right there, huh?
Looked like coming off the interception is Eddie Torres, your Bullard Knight.
Eddie Torres.
Eddie Torres got the jump ball out of that. What's the problem? What,
Eddie.
Is there a penalty or something? No one's really moving around yet. Did he drop it? Is there a penalty? I'd love to know.
By the way, I'll give you 3 years and you try to identify the Torres twins.
Is it that bad?
You can't. I've had many twins that have played for me. In fact, I think 2 years ago we had 3 sets of twins. Those brothers, same haircut, same everything. Can't tell them apart.
Can't you like put one little dash of blonde on one side?
I don't. It cannot tell the difference between them.
That's crazy. You could play some major games on the parents.
Yes. Switching classes would be the first thing I would do if I was an identical twin like that.
So after all that talk, the city's going to have the ball. It looks like it's about just inside the 10-yard line. They still have plenty of time. Vance is going to be the quarterback. Eubanks next to him. 3 receivers right. This has been a crazy game for big plays, but you never know. Van, low snap, drops it, gets back to pass. He get a little seam. He's on his feet, and down he goes, but he picks up 2. Not a good snap.
Nope.
And as an old quarterback, when you start with a snap on the dirt and the turf, it's not good. Your eyes got to pick up again.
Such a basic thing as a snap is it can be a nerve-wracking thing for a coach.
Well, how about the new world? That there's never undersnaps anymore. Like Craig Harbin was my old center. I loved his butt. We had an
ask you
affair.
this: when you were in high school, did you prefer the shotgun? Or
I love the
under
shotgun.
center?
We were
You
John
guys had run
Onabo.
that trip set in the old days.
John Onabo he was so ahead of his time with the shotgun. No one else even knew what it was.
Well, my brother, when he was a quarterback, they ran that shotgun at Bullard as
No
well.
one liked Bullard. We had white shoes. We were just so ahead. Second down, and let's say 7. Ball's about the 10-yard line. Is it screen time? Let's see if we do. Now, Eubanks goes in motion. He's going to dump it to Eubanks. Not a good throw, but I don't know if he would have got much on that.
By the way, Nick, we ordered second set of helmets powder blue this year.
Whoa.
So we're going to have the powder and the navy. I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm hearing rumors that you have a tremendous freshman class coming in.
Very good freshman class. Some good young talent. Don't know yet, we were all sophomores last year. We were junior and sophomore again. A couple of small senior classes in a row, Nick. So we'll see.
Third down and 7, 10-yard line. Somebody moved. That's going to cost 5 yards. So Vance did the old hut, and it worked. 5 yards against the county. Well, I could be wrong. No, that is going to be. We got a little shout-out to Angel Peretta from the Torres Toros, and he's going to go down as the first player in Torres Toros history to play in the city-county game. So when he gets married and has the kids, they're going to be like, Dad, did you ever play any football? I don't know, but I was the first player to ever play in the city-county game. It's kind of cool. We'll probably see Garza next year.
Okay, we got our boy Rocky on the edge. Let's see what we're going to get
Rocky
from him.
Balboa Kuntz lined up on the left side. And Vance knows it. He's back to pass. He's rolling. He's got a little seam up the middle. He's got a first down and then some. 30, and he goes out of bounds and stopped the clock.
Again, Rocky did a great job of applying pressure. Those inside guys got to be there when you build that trap.
First down, City.
Boy,
Chop, tip, and rip from Rocky right there.
Donnie, it's getting a little quiet here on the county side right now. It's 19-14 county. Plenty of time still. You got the dangerous Vance in the backfield for the Edison Tigers.
I get the sense City's going to have some kind of broken play because offensively there's not a lot there.
The clock was running, and I don't know what they're arguing about. The clock should run. It's after the first down. They set the clock. Chuck Calvert will tell you that. The other team is, how good is Garza going to be this year? They were young last year, so are they the team to watch out for? The Garza Guardians.
Got some good athletes. Not sure about them up front, but some really good athletes. 7-on-7 is tough to tell, Nick, because as you and I know, it's not real football.
It's not real football. Especially do not ever look at a quarterback to say, oh, he's so good.
Because
no.
Some quarterbacks aren't real courageous, and in 7-on-7.
Until bullets are coming at you.
Yeah.
Vance back to pass. He throws down the right side. It goes incomplete. He had to step up in the pocket. Not much there. But, yeah, that's why 7-on-7. You see a lot of quarterbacks on 7-on-7 throw over the middle. And during regular football, you don't see that because you don't see that.
Well, plus you have everybody releasing everyone, and you got to protect still, right, in the game of football. And you got, empty backfield, or you motion. If you're in 10 personnel, you motion the back out. We got to protect that.
And you don't have a guy like Rocky coming after you. That changes everything.
A guy like Rocky changes things, yes.
Second down and 10. 3 receivers left. Eubank goes really wide. Back to pass. He steps. He fires a bullet down the right side.
Nice.
Pass is complete. Ruiz makes the catch.
One of the first passes we've seen where everything was on time and they were in sync. Very nice.
Boy, you look at Kenny Pellinelli, the head coach of Madera, going, what? You lose his best player to Memorial like that. It's a tough call.
It's tough. It's a really tough pill to swallow.
1st and 10. Here we go. Wake the neighbors, phone the kids. We've got a ball game. Ball's down to the 48. 4:14. Plenty of time to go for Yaje Vance of the Edison Tigers to do his thing. Back to pass. Fires down the right side. He's going for Ruiz. Goes incomplete. That wasn't Ruiz that time. That was Gonzalez of Madera.
Put it on him. He was just covered.
Yeah, they went 3 receivers to the left, went one-on-one down the right side. Stops the clock. 2nd and 10.
You got the post game at Casa Canales tonight, Nick?
Yes, that's where we're going. Brought to you by. We haven't seen much of Eubanks. I think the county's done a pretty good job to contain him. 3 receivers left. Vance has been like to throw to the right side tonight. Let's see if he still does it. Back to pass. He's looking right. He's going to run it. He's still on his feet. Dives forward. He's going to be a 2 yards short. 3rd down and about 2. Maybe a long 2. As Fred Clark always says,
might want to spy one of the inside rushers on the quarterback there.
That's not a bad play when you do that. Spread them out and let Vance do his quarterback draw up the middle. 3 receivers left, one to the right. And that slot back. And now they got another slot back almost. And it's a penalty against the city. That's a big, 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7 is huge. Now our 3rd and 8 now. You gave him an extra yard. It was
quite a difference there.
Yeah. It was a 6-yard penalty on that. The guy in the red light over there missed a yard. Let's 3rd and 8 now. 3:16 to go. Vance is going to go empty backfield. 3 to the right side of the field, 2 to the short side of the field. Vance back to pass. He's going to run the quarterback draw. He fires down the middle. The pass is complete. It's right on the marker. Let's see what kind of spot he gets.
4th down here.
Gonzalez of Madera makes the catch. Oh,
you run the ball here? What do you do?
No, it's a play of the game right here.
Looks like a long 1 or possibly 2.
This is it right here. I think the county could, and look at the crowd is on their feet on the county side.
4th down and 2, 2 yards away from 1st down marker.
Here we go. Big crowd tonight on the county side, a good crowd on the city side. 4th down and a long 2. Vance shotgun. They're going to call timeout. They're taking forever. They're saying somebody
had a
moved.
flinch.
And now there's a penalty. I think the city outsmarted themselves. Is that going to be a 5-yard penalty against the city? 4th and 2 again. That is a huge penalty.
Well, he's going to argue his point, but clearly it's a flinch.
So this is why you guys make the big money right here, because I would have lost it. Either run the freeze play and call timeout and talk about it. You can't do that long of a time. I don't know. Is it hard to do a freeze play from the shotgun, or you want to get under center and do it?
Right.
This is 4th down. They've got to get to the 38-yard line. The ball's back at the 45. Back to pass. He fires over the middle. The pass just goes incomplete.
Had a guy open,
but he tried to force it in there. He tried to finesse it. And the county holds.
Yes, indeed. God gave Andrew's pass. Ball is incomplete. Turnover on down.
So let's see now with
County All-Stars football.
1:28 to go. That's pretty much going to wrap that up. They still have 2 timeouts. But those penalties right there killed the city Chargers.
Well, I thought the county all night was a little sharper, Nick.
Some big plays kept them in this game, including that 83-yard touchdown on 4th and 14. Hirschkorn back in at quarterback. Let's see if he gives it to Campbell. He will. Here comes the big thundering Campbell. He's going to be hit.
Now they put in a tight end there.
The city will call timeout.
Colin Hirschkorn in at quarterback for County. Handing off to Cannon Campbell.
Yeah, they put in the big tight end, Landon Almeida. One of the best tight ends from Carruthers. Outstanding career, football and basketball.
Timeout call on the field. Timeout city.
Carruthers is another great sports town. They just get it done in every sport. You know, it's these playoffs, though. The Carruthers Blue Raiders girls basketball is really, really good. And every girl plays 3 sports, 90%. So what do? They move them up in Division I, where a lot of those schools, they don't let them play other sports. So little things like that just disturb me.
Beautiful to see these girls playing multiple sports, though, isn't it? That's why, you know, we always talk about the big schools or, you know, all the city schools, but there is something beautiful about small town athletics, because the reality is, Nick, who's going to the next level? Not many.
Not many. It's
How
hard
many
anymore.
football scholarships did we have this last year?
With this transfer portal, it's tough on the seniors now. The colleges say, well, I want you.
They were hard to begin with. They're even harder now.
I want you to come to my school, but if we pick up a transfer portal, then you're going to be out. That's what happens. Hirschkorn going to give it to Trace Jackson. Bounces off a City Charger. Still on his feet, and he's going to get the first down.
That is what high school football is all about. That number 40 from Kingsburg. He's a beauty.
Trace Jackson. I love the Jackson family. So how good are the Jacksons? So they invented it's called the Plapple. They made it an apple with a plum, and I did it on TikTok. It's the greatest thing ever. It's an apple that tastes like a plum.
Really?
Thanks to the Jackson family farms. Trent Jackson and
who
David
doesn't
and everybody.
love a plum?
I know, but it's crunchy like an apple, and it's the best. I wanted to be their spokesman for it. That could about wrap it up. I don't know if City has one more timeout.
Here we go, City. Here we go, County. Let's go. This one far from over.
Hirschkorn shotgun. This time it's going to be Campbell. He's another one. Bounces off. Boom, boom. Gets to the couple hard yards.
City's still playing hard, though. Good to see. No quit there.
Look at Trace. He's feeling it. Kingsburg's a winner. Daniel Jackson, David Jackson.
Nice job by the county coaching staff. They really did, in a short period of time, assembled a good squad, and they look sharp. I'm very impressed.
Brandon Ward's going to get the win for the county, and they just look like they had that edge going in. That's why the pack meter picked them. By the way, I had a record year of picking winners. Next year, probably have the worst year ever. Okay?
Good job by all the boys tonight.
Yeah.
Very good. Classy game. I really like both teams, the way they handle themselves.
Also want to thank NorCal Sports TV, our great crew up here, the great cameras. They do such a great job, and we're trying to get them on the Pag Meter Showcase Basketball Tournament on January the 20th. I've got some big games at Fresno Christian. Of course, you'll be there. We got all the food coming in.
Absolutely, I'll be there.
we got game, the big one, Modesto Christian versus San Joaquin Memorial in basketball. How good is that game going to be? Sierra playing Kingsburg. One word, giddy up. Here comes Trace again. This time he gets hit. But good news tonight, everybody. There's been no injuries. You always thank God and pray to God that there's no injuries, and that could be our last game on the City-County All-Star game. The final score is going to be the County All-Stars 19, the City All-Stars 14.
Nice job.
The players of the game, Donnie, tell us who the players of the game are. We got to know before anybody. The player of the game for the city, who was?
Well, we know County who our player of the game was.
Well, can we announce it now since we're on TV? John Eubanks from the city, and who's the county the MVP?
Our DN.
Yeah.
Our guy on the DN.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Mr. Rocky Balboa Coons will be the county all-star.
Yeah, you can make a Case Jackson also.
Yeah, it could have been Trace Jackson. It could have been Dayton Tafoya, but I think it came down a split vote of Trace Jackson and Rocky Balboa Coons, but Rocky got it. And the city, boy, you could have given it to Ruiz, too. He made a comeback in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Raymond Ruiz from Madera. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and wrap this one up here at the 69th Annual City County All-Star Game. The Pack Meter, Lana Donnie A-Rex. We'll be right back here at the...
Way up from Los Angeles. We just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
Way up from Los Angeles. We just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence.
Welcome back. 69th Annual City County All-Star Game. The final score, the County Crush 19, the City Chargers 14, Donnie A-Rax. This was an entertaining game.
Had a lot of fun. I thought, again, very classy game by both teams. Good hustle, good hitting. I thought it was a really solid City-County game, Nick.
Yeah, it really was. If you look at the scoring, the City started early when Vance hit Eubanks on a 7-yard touchdown, and we thought, oh boy, maybe the speed from the City is going to be too much, made it 6-0, and then the County came right back in the second quarter where Colin Hirschkorn dumped it off to the dangerous Chase Jackson, and Donnie somehow he found the end zone 5 yards out.
That was set up by their ability to run the football.
Then the City took the lead with Ayala from Kerman would have hit a 30-yard field goal to make it 9-6. And then right at the end of the half, it was like 4th and a mile, somehow Tate Defoya rolled to his left and hit Trace Jackson on a 25-yard touchdown. And I think it's the play of the game.
Absolutely.
But until, Ayala hit another field goal to make it 19-6, and then the City's play of the game was 4th down and 14 at their own 14 or 13-yard line. Somehow, Vance found Ramon Ruiz, and he sprinted down the right side for an 83-yard touchdown. Is that how you draw it up?
That's not how you draw it up.
And that's how it started. And then the city held on. They had their opportunities, but two big, huge, ugly false starts killed them.
Right.
But Donnie, this is the beginning of football season. What can I say? Look at Rocky got the award.
There's Rocky there.
I mean, Trace could have got it too. He scored 2 touchdowns.
Yes.
He made some big plays. This, to me, it would have been co-MVPs.
Good to see a defensive player get it, though.
Yeah, it's always a quarterback or a running back. So what's it look like this year for high school football? Are the numbers still down a little bit? Let's talk about the Bullard Knights. Are you guys down a little bit?
Down in terms of numbers?
Yeah, number of players.
Numbers are about the same as they always are. We're always around 40, 42 guys.
When you played, how many did you have on your team?
If you look back historically, I've done this at the pictures of all the teams. Bullard's never had. I had one team that had 55, but it was too many to manage. It's always been about 40, 45 guys. And so you're always going to have guys going both ways. But I don't know how you manage more than start getting 55, 60. It's hard. It's too much to manage.
I remember my sophomore year, we had 110 show up on the first day of practice.
They were not there, though.
Second day, 64.
Yeah.
Because, back then it was like if you're not a Navy SEALs, you're not going to play.
Right.
Because we didn't get water. We didn't get anything. And people said, Mom, I don't like this sport.
I think I'm interested to see the numbers for football. I think we hit that downturn, Nick. I think it spiked a little bit. The numbers are coming back. I'm seeing we have more baseball players playing right now than we've had in a while, which is a good sign. So, we've all done a great job of adjusting the way we coach, the way we practice, keep kids healthy. It's a great sport. We got to, we've made some rule changes. We just got to do whatever we can to keep football strong.
So how does Donnie Arax, and I know every coach has to share athletes, and right now it's officially football season, but you've got a lot of baseball, basketball players say, hey, Coach, I got a summer game right now that I got to go. Well, how do you share athletes?
Like last night we had 2 baseball, we had a 7-on-7, and so we had Chorito and Stubblefield who play baseball. They came to Passing League, brought their clothes, and drove over to Clovis North for the baseball game. They missed our Saturday Passing League last Saturday. They had a doubleheader. You can't put kids in a situation where they have to choose, and coaches have to work together.
Hear that?
That's the thing.
You hear that, coaches and parents? You got to work together. If you have any ADs out there or any coaches out there that say, we don't want you playing other sports, call your AD or your principal, because that's wrong.
And I would say, unless it's a rare case, there are certain guys that have maybe a lot of money on the line, but the bottom line is most of these kids are not going to play beyond high school. And I always look back and, we're going to specialize because we're pushing it for this sport to get to the next level. The next level's not reality for most people, It's just not. So play as many sports as you can in high school.
I love that. That's beautiful. Well, Donnie, it's been a treat hanging out with you tonight.
Great job. Very nice. Thank you, Nick. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
I want to thank the NorCal TV guys. They do a great job. Great cameras. Next year, they promise us we're going to get an instant replay right here, huh? Yeah, there you go. But they got to do the tough job, take all the stuff down. Congratulations to the County Crush. They beat the City Chargers tonight, 19-14. Donnie Arax, Pag Meter. Happy Father's Day. First of all, before we get out of here, to all the fathers out there, have a great day. It's more of an hour, happy hour. For me, I get 20 minutes and a pat on the back. Mom, it's a weekend. But you know what? To dads, you guys do a great job. Keep up the good work, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Have a great, happy Father's Day weekend, everybody. And we'll see you next year. Final score again, County 19, City 14. Thanks for NorCal Sports TV. Have a great weekend, everybody.